Hello and welcome. My name is the GA Freeman, and I also go by the moniker the Anti-Statist Atheist. What does this mean? This means I'm going to do my best to logically fight false systems of belief and argue for reason, evidence, and truth. How do I plan to do this? First, I will define my terms. Then, I will present my ideas and arguments. And finally, I will defend my positions. What am I going to cover? First, I will present a series of positions that I hold and argue for them. If I ever run out of my own positions, I will begin to respond to current events, other people's positions and arguments, particularly those that I find interesting. I will try and teach, and based on my ideas first, then use current events and other people to inspire me. What are my goals? I'm here to fight for freedom, meaning personal freedom, mental freedom, spiritual freedom, a stateless society, a voluntary society, a place where we can be free to be ourselves and own our own bodies. I want you to be able to put what you want into your own body when you want. I want you to be free to do with your body as you wish, as long as you do not interfere with or injure someone else. Simple, right? Why do I have these goals? I have been an independent researcher and consumer of information for a while, and I feel compelled to share my perspective and argue for a voluntary life. I love ideas and information and self-knowledge. I love learning so much that my wife and I chose to homeschool our children to allow our children to be responsible for themselves and learn to love learning for the sake of knowledge. In doing the research to come to this decision, I found two primary schools of thought. First is religion, or religiosity, or those believing in a so-called God, essentially saying that there exists a consciousness with a power that we cannot understand. In effect, claiming that there is a giant unicorn in the sky or some other unseen entity that is almighty or all-knowing or some other unearthly power. This group generally does not believe that the government should be able to tell them what to believe in or rule them. Instead, they defer to some other greater unseen consciousness, some ultimate force that there is no evidence for, a proverbial daddy in the sky that supplants the need for those earthly leaders or rulers. This daddy says, do as I say, not as I do. Be good and moral and give my representatives money, or you will be punished because I love you. The second is the belief in state, or as I call them, statists, or individuals who believe in the power of the government, with the government being defined as that group having a monopoly on violence in a given area. Those who believe that another human being has special rights or privileges granted to them based on that monopoly of violence that you or I don't have. This is a general group of people that believes others should be in charge of them and take care of them. Their proverbial daddy figure is that of the state. This daddy offers goodies to those that it takes under its wing and says, vote for me, worship me, give me your love, and I will provide all things for you. It says, if you worship me and follow me, I will give you an education, health care, peace, love, and happiness. It promises anything to gain your acceptance. Why do you need these daddies? Why does there need to be something outside of you that rules you? Why can't you just be responsible for yourself? Why can't you just rule yourself and participate in voluntary relationships? Why give up your volition? So ultimately, I am here to destroy the illusion of law, God's law or man's law. I am here to destroy the illusion of rulers, that any man or God rules over you. I am here to argue for true freedom and personal responsibility. Let me quote from one of my favorite researchers. Please note that I have modified this slightly to suit my purposes. I have added in the words statism and atheist into the quote, as I am focused not only on spiritually based religion, but also on statist religions as well. I quote the late D.M. Murdoch. And yes, I am here to destroy. I am the intellectual aspect of Kali the Destroyer, of Shiva, of Zeus the Thunderer, and of Jehovah the Flattener of Cities. But I am also a part and parcel of the creative life force that permeates the cosmos, and upon the ruined foundations of dead and forgotten ideologies I build anew. I construct a better creation with a more solid and universal foundation, one not built upon the mental quicksand of racism, sexism, statism, and the chosen people of one ethnicity or another. I build anew atop the foundation that wisdom is found in every culture, race, and creed, and even throughout the cosmos, as it cannot be and never has been contained in one person, one book, one race, or one gender. The truth cannot be constrained by borders and artifice. This universal foundation cannot be chipped away by niggling little forces of racial, political, statist, or religious ideologies that teach separation and division. For when one proudly declares he is a Christian, he is also equally proudly declaring that he is not a Jew, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, or other devilish thing. Plain and simple, this bigotry is ugly, and it is what I'm here to destroy. I am the anti-statist atheist, and I am new at this, and I will grow over time. In the meantime, if you think my arguments suck or I am not clear, please feel free to let me know. I am open to criticism, but if you simply attack me because you have a different opinion or bias, I will not respond.